So once upon a time, uh, knives had some form of relevancy to them because at the very least the they didn't used to wear armor, the phoenixes I mean, but ever since they started wearing armor, it became a lot more difficult to basically try to use knives. I mean, some of them still don't wear some of them still don't wear helmets, of course, but then again, how do you fight all of them? So I that's what I'm here to figure out. I have this bad boy just in case things goes awry, and yeah, I'll see you guys in raid. So using knives in Tabor requires a lot of foresight. I think if you ever want to consider running a knife, in which case you shouldn't because there's no reason for you to ever do it in the first place, you should definitely run something that's a little bit more close range and be very patient, I guess, because your entire all your kills are gonna comprise of you just being extremely patient with your and waiting for them to round a corner. That's the whole point of a knife, I guess. So what you can do is kite them, like this.
Sali do jej skurvený ksichtu.
I mean, I guess I just get. Okay, I guess this is still kind of fun, huh? Whew. All right, look at that. All right, so let's talk about knives. Every single knife, awesome. Pentagon, the only one that you need. It's, I'm not sure if I can say it's the longest blade, but it definitely feels like it has the longest blade and it looks the coolest. As a matter of opinion, I would never take it away from any of you if you guys felt that. All right, so this is how you get absolutely scammed out of a out of a Curtec box, I guess. Very nice. Okay, there we go. This looks... I can't tell if it's damaged or pristine, but it looks damaged, so I'm just gonna assume that it's damaged. So what's the point of this, right? Obviously, knives can still work. We've proven as much, but what is the point of knives in reality? Well, the truth is only when you run out of ammo, but let's be honest, if you have the mental foresight to literally open literally any crate and find a gun, you probably wouldn't run out of ammo. But knives are always are kind of obligatory because I mean, you obviously, militants always need a knife. I mean, back in my military days, they used to call a knife the SOG, and I had no idea why, but that knife was terrible. It was horrible. Its blade was blunt. Well, apparently not blunt enough, but oh, it was blunt enough to knock someone out of going. I kid you not. Someone was like cutting apples in their bunk, which they were not allowed to do, and then they fucking sliced their palm open, and then they were out of the out of the basics training for like almost the entire for almost the entire thing. He returned at like the last few moments, just to sign on for the Navy, where he wasn't gonna do anything anyway. So smart move, I guess. Skip the useless infantry shit. Go right to Navy. Let's go, baby. What is better, Air Force or Navy? I would say Air Force. Because there are so few people that would actually be pilots that you wouldn't, that any vocation in the, or any job in the Air Force outside of actually being a fighter pilot would guarantee that you're unlikely to ever have to go and, put your life on the line. But of course, some people do it for the prestige, but that's not what my military was about. My military was about getting the fuck out as quick as possible, baby. In any case, yeah, we never had knives like these, unfortunately. But I always wanted one. A little bit of an unfortunate that you can't, that they designed the knives in a way that, because the way you the way you hold them is a little bit wonky when you flip it backwards. They just decided to remove it completely, so it's kind of impossible to do now, unfortunately. But you can still definitely find a way. Also, I guess it helps to have good armor when you're using knives. Otherwise, nice. Free falling. I've noticed that with the samurai sword, actually. It does the same thing when you do overhead swings. I bought the what's it called? What's her face? I bought that samurai DLC for the sole purpose of literally getting to use a samurai sword. Jeez. I mean, it's kind of fun, but I really wouldn't recommend you do this because, well, it's impractical. Getting shot by everybody on this goddamn planet. It's like I'm playing Far Cry or something. So honestly, if you don't have any DLCs, the Pentagon FX is honestly your best choice because Jesus Christ. I think that might have been his brain matter spewing out. Should I be concerned? So obviously, since you can't do a Walking Dead slash to kill these assholes, your best bet is to do a forward thrust, which is honestly how you're supposed to be doing it anyways, considering you're in a military setting. Yeah, don't do this against players. I don't think your odds are great if you do. But I will say that if you use this, your odds might be even better because you have a longer blade, although it is slightly curved, so it may mess you up a bit. Think of it like I'm not exactly sure how they register it, but if I had to take a gander, I would imagine it would be like be like a bullet, a bullet, a bullet just going right, like just going right where the where the blade connects. I guess you can apparently pierce you know, apparently you can pierce helmets, but that was a level 1 helmet, so I really need to see what it would be like if you were to face a higher tiered helmet, so to speak. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I've killed the entire map, and I don't really think there's any other viable place that you can do this, because underground is significantly larger, so it's much harder. So I guess we'll hang around for I guess we'll go into another one more raid. All right. See you guys in the next silo raid, I guess, because it's impossible to do this anywhere else. I'm just gonna be flat out with you. It's gonna be the most boring video in existence. So honestly, I'll be damned if I've ever seen a PvP knife kill. They've definitely happened before, but but actually I know that they've happened before because Monsieur Stex unfortunately was the victim of one. He was unaware that he was face to face with an enemy, and then the guy just took a knife and then just beamed him right in the head. Very sad. But well, it's all's that to say that it's not too crazy if a knife kill has ever happened before. Got a whole fit going here. See, isn't this crazy? You could literally just get this the moment you the moment you why would you use it? Why would you use it? Why would you use it? Why would you do it? Why would you do this to me? You know. Also, I decided to bring the other two knives. As you can see, this guy's like a fat chody one, and then this one's like a little tall, but okay, it looks a little bit taller actually. And then I decided to bring my nightmares. And we got the samurai katana. This thing was a nightmare when we first did on first use because this thing would literally not work. You would like use it and then it would like float in mid-air and screw you over. And we're about to find out if that same glitch is still here. Hey fellas. Oh. Oh. For Mother Russia! No. Now technically you're supposed to hold with two hands, but do you really think this will work? I mean, I have faith. Oh, oh, oh my god. Peekaboo. You don't see me? Ah, see, this is what I'm talking about. The thing just gets stuck randomly. Alright, you guys can go do your own thing. See, this is what I'm talking about with this thing. This is why you don't use this. Also, I just remembered that I left my bag upstairs. Can I even throw these anymore? Oh, there is. How do I navigate this without dying a horrible death? By pulling out a gun. No, it's time to go sushi chef time. Haha! Haha! What the? What the fuck? What is just? What is happening? Oh my god! This is what happens when you. This is what happens when you just have way too much hours in Tabor. I wonder if you can still throw these. Need to find like a zombie that I can throw this at. So, finally complete this one, at least. Yay! I had to find all that stuff again, by the way, because I forgot to include the phone the first time, so it got immediately nullified, and I didn't get back, and didn't get my shit back. Funnily enough. Oh, oops! Stabbed myself on accident. Okay, I think I could definitely find someone to throw a knife at near containers. Definitely. But yeah, it's just so dumb. Hey, but you know what? I'm making a great deal of profits this video because the money I've spent is 0. Actually, I had to buy these knives, but actually this thing was like 3,000 karunas, which you could spend to buy like literally anything else. Like I'm pretty sure you could probably buy like a SKS or about there for the same price. One knife that I do not have, actually, funnily enough, now that I just thought of that, is actually I do not have the Merisukiya knife. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. Do you really think that I should be waving that around? It's only a streamer item, you know. Let's let's just waste the streamer item trying to get knife kills. I mean, it would be very cool if you could, but actually, you know what? That's honestly what my that didn't work. Hey, it's gonna be over soon. Oh, it got stuck in him. That's a little fucked up. Then again, I'm playing a game where I literally shoot people, so why is this fucked up?
Já tě zabiju, pajchamte!
What the f... It really helps. It really helps. It really helps when you have good armor. Turns out. Yeah, so don't use the samurai sword. It'll get stuck and float in midair, and then And then the Wakazashi honestly is probably works best, but honestly any knife also works just fine. It's probably just completely a personal preference thing. Ooh. I'm still looking for all the building blocks so that I can spell out Okami. I found this stance to be weirdly my
Zabił
style.
Farhantę! Hej ty! Zebny Bóg ci też wola!
How are you shooting at me? Hello, Joker. We meet again, Batman. You wanna know how I got these scars? Oh. I guess that also probably works. Hey, how you doing? Alright, so it can go through, armor. Well, that's still tier 1 armor, so... I mean, tier 2 armor typically doesn't have full facial cover, so you could probably just stab through the thing as well. Nope. I think this one looks nice as well. I actually do have a knife here at home. It's like a survival knife, so it's got a serrated edge. This thing doesn't have a serrated edge. This thing doesn't do none of these. You know, for military knives, you would think having a serrated edge would be pretty good. That's the one thing I didn't like about the military knife that they issued. I mean, it's not really a knife. It's like a pocket knife, but it's a multi-tool really. And the knife was a full serrated edge, so it was really annoying to try to cut shit with it. Maybe that's why the guy who I was talking about cut himself, was because it was just full serration. There was no sharp edge. It was literally just a full serrated blade. So I ended up just getting my own one. As with everything, I decided that the military surplus was dog shit, so I just decided to get my own. I love broken legs. I mean, to be honest, military surplus, especially for the military that I was in, it was especially doo-doo, so in any case. Anyways, I do not have this exfil. Fantastic. Stacks wish he was this good at doing ladders. I remember I used to flex that shit out of using ladders in Tabor during the early days, back when they had momentum. So I would literally like launch myself upwards and then launch myself upwards. It was cool as shit, dude. I miss doing that, but then again, it's not very realistic, is it? So, all right, I'll see you guys at the outro. Alright, and that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Honestly, like I said, don't use the samurai katana. It's been broken for quite a while, and while it does have the cool factor to it, it's not gonna be very fun when you're swinging it around and then it just freezes in midair for whatever reason. But thank you all so much for watching. This is just a little fun little video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.